Coming up next, with 6 games left in the season and firing of head coach James Franklin, what's next for the Nittany Lions?
We're going to continue to conduct a national search. Our next coach will be someone who embodies everything Penn State stands for.
Plus, Penn State's Board of Trustees approved a new deal that will hopefully keep WPSU broadcasting.
And the last Israeli hostages have been released from Hamas after more than 2 years in captivity. The Center County Report starts now.
Looking at where the program was and where it is and where we want to be as a program, I just felt there was no other course.
Penn State Athletic Director Patrick Kraft there on making the tough decision to change the football team's leadership at the very top. Good afternoon, I'm Katherine Schreiner.
And I'm Ryan Patterson. Thanks for joining us for the Center County Report. After 12 years leading Penn State's football program, James Franklin was relieved of his head coaching duties on Sunday.
The new interim head coach is a familiar face to the team. Sports anchor Patrick Gray is here to bring us up to speed. Patrick?
Yeah, thank you, Catherine. After an historic stretch of losses for the Nittany Lions football team, James Franklin is out, and the team will have a new coach for the first time since 2014. Less than 24 hours after the 22-21 loss to Northwestern, Penn State Athletics announced a change at the top. Franklin was gone, and associate head coach Terry Smith was in. On Monday, athletic director Pat Kraft and interim head coach Terry Smith held a news conference to address the situation. Our reporter Gigi Jones was there.
The day after a loss to Northwestern, former Penn State football coach James Franklin was fired. Athletic director Pat Kraft spoke to the media Monday and explained his decision.
When you lead an organization like this, when you've made the decision, you have to make the decision with a whole heart and with conviction. And so, I was going to sleep on it on Sunday, but I knew it was the right course of action for us as a program and more importantly for the team.
It was also announced Sunday that Terry Smith, former assistant head coach and defensive recruiting and cornerbacks coordinator, will operate as the interim head coach. He says he appreciates Kraft and the administration for trusting him to lead the program.
Now it's my job to press us forward. It's my job for us to be where our feet are, be grounded right here, and be able to represent Penn State in a proud fashion.
Smith is now tasked to lead the team with still half a season left. Franklin's buyout is over $50 million, which Kraft says will be paid by the athletic department, not the university. He also says they'll conduct a national search, but Terry Smith will also be an option.
We'll find a coach who can achieve excellence at the highest level, doing it with confidence and conviction.
In University Park, I'm Gigi Jones for the Center County Report.
James Franklin isn't all the team lost on Saturday. Starting quarterback Drew Aller is out for the season, according to interim head coach Terry Smith. We'll have more on that coming up in sports.
Patrick, thank you. Now to another big local story we're following. Penn State's Board of Trustees has approved a new deal with WHYY that could prevent WPSU from shutting down. The agreement transfers the station's operations to the Philadelphia-based public media outlet, meaning Penn State will no longer have to pay a $17 million subsidy. WHYY now has 30 days to secure more than $8 million in financing to finalize the transfer. WPSU Director of Operations and Technology Matt Sheardon says this is an exciting partnership.
Keeps public television and radio in central Pennsylvania. That is the thing that we were always after from the beginning of this. So this is a great opportunity to keep those services alive for the people that depend on it.
In a historic turn, Hamas has released all 20 living Israeli hostages, and Israel has freed nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners under a U.S.-brokered ceasefire deal. President Trump addressed Israel's Knesset and joined world leaders in Egypt to sign a peace declaration aimed at ending the Gaza war. Officials say the situation remains delicate as international mediators continue efforts to maintain stability in the region.
Only few hours ago in a tunnel in Gaza, and today they will celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles with their family. That's something that we prayed for.
With the release of hostages, the first part of the ceasefire plan is complete. The deal now moves on to the second phase, dismantling Hamas and deciding future leadership for Gaza.
Across the country, air traffic control staffing has become a growing concern for the FAA. The control tower at State College Regional Airport that helps guide flights in and out of Centre County is operated by Midwest Air Traffic Control. The recent government shutdown forced air traffic controllers to continue working without pay. Here, the airport operates under the Federal Contract Tower Program, who reported the agency secured an additional $41 million to prevent a lapse in the program till early November.
Former State College Police Chief Tom King has been appointed as the interim head of the Ferguson Township Police Department, following the retirement of Lieutenant Daniel Lewis. Tom King will be the third interim chief of the Ferguson Police Department since September 2024, when their former chief, John Petrick, resigned.
The arts and community space in downtown State College on its 3 dots is facing criticism after recent restructuring. Several former employees posted allegations of nepotism, self-dealing, and a toxic workplace to Instagram. Leadership says recent staff changes were due to funding cuts, but people we talked to say that's only part of the story.
For the past half-decade, 3 Dots Downtown has been seen as a creative hub for art, music, and local events. However, former Assistant Director Justin Dorsey, who worked there from 2022 to 23, says the organization misused resources and showed favoritism to vendors like Gorinto Productions, which is owned by Corey Elbin.
The overarching point that I was trying to make is that the organization was never able to focus on creating sustainability for itself because all of the resources, financial, sweat equity, space resources, staffing resources went into Gorinto Productions and Corey Elbin.
He claims that the personal relationship between Corey Elbin and former executive director Erica Quinn blurred professional boundaries and left employees to pick up the mess. He alleges that misplaced resources and nepotism is part of what really contributed to 3 Dots' struggles.
That became a big part of my job, essentially, was navigating their personal relationship.
He points to what he calls a lack of financial transparency. According to publicly available tax filings, programming costs tripled between 2022 to 2023, but he says that the staff never saw that increase in costs reflected in their work. Additionally, he says the organization would hide bad feedback by deleting comments and turning off replies when people would share their experiences online.
I would say that my narrative has been continually silenced by this organization. Ultimately, I would categorize my entire experience as one of workplace abuse.
Dorsey isn't alone. Former 3 Dots volunteer intern and staff member Dr. Hannah Matangos accused Elbin of misconduct.
I see you as a very just inappropriate person. He would make comments about my appearance. He would say very sexist and also sexualized things to me.
She corroborates Dorsey's findings about 3 Dots funding and their lack of revenue. 3 Dots does remain open and continues to host community events.
3 Dots has yet to respond to follow-up questions about the specific allegations.
State College police are asking for your help in identifying a man they say sold counterfeit Penn State football tickets. He has allegedly been selling tickets downtown on multiple game days. If you know who he is, contact State College police. Meanwhile, fans are reminded to stay safe. Always purchase tickets through Penn State's authorized outlets. Gregg Township received a $529,000 reimbursement after a former employee stole money from them. Pamela Hackenberg pleaded guilty in July to felony charges of theft, identity theft, and access device fraud between 2019 and 2024.
Still to come on the Centre County Report, how the new changes to downtown State College can negatively affect one of the busiest areas in the borough.
And we check the 7-day weather forecast. Also coming up, hear about the new changes to I-99 and how it may benefit truckers and improve safety.
When we first met Todd, he was singing a song, and I was like, wow, look at this kid with the biggest smile.
Todd's a joy.
Yes.
Todd's really is a great joy.
And you. Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Keep going, keep going.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? I'm high. Oh.
Another truck parking area has opened along I-99 on-ramp near Bellwood in Blair County. It's part of a statewide initiative to add more than 1,200 new parking spaces at 133 locations across Pennsylvania by the end of next year. Transportation Secretary Mike Carroll says the goal is to help commercial drivers meet federal rest requirements.
The State College Borough Council has awarded contracts for street resurfacing, a new cooling tower, and a downtown master plan and reauthorization. More than $800,000 were awarded last Monday for contracts to help improve downtown State College. Street resurfacing on Glen Road, B Alley, and East Irvin Avenue by Kinsey Construction of York will be seen in late October. The contract includes roadway overlay, base pavement repairs, and select curb, gutter, and driveway replacements. Other contracts were awarded for a replacement of the municipal building cooling tower. The current tower is original to the building, lasting 24 years, and is no longer useful. At this time, there is no timeline set for this project, but the next project is soon to be on the way. A contract with MIG Consultants has been made to provide services to the Downtown Improvement District. Borough Planning Director Ed Lee Clear took part in picking out the consultant team.
Some of that new zoning is going to be involved in creating more public right-of-way and hopefully wider sidewalks. So that's something that's kind of a focus in our downtown district.
Lee Clear says the plan focuses on many different aspects of downtown, including improvements to both the public and private realms of the area.
This plan will focus more heavily on business retention and recruitment, and how do we get more small businesses, recognizing that we have a significant number of vacancies downtown.
The reauthorization plan will pass if 60% of property owners vote in favor once the plan is announced. The reauthorization plan is expected to begin the first Friday in December.
Big changes are coming to downtown State College. Construction on the Nittany Residence Club was expected to start on October 1st, but crews have not yet broken ground. Currently, there are no updates on the issue. When work starts, one lane of West Beaver Avenue and part of the sidewalk will close long-term, meaning tighter traffic and fewer parking spots in one of the borough's busiest areas.
A new convenience store is coming to a longtime vacant property on West College Avenue in Ferguson Township. The township's Board of Supervisors approved Dry Top Beverages' request to transfer a liquor license from the former Nittany Minute Mart location. Owner Chris Summers says the store will serve as a walkable option for nearby residents, offering essentials like milk, eggs, and bread, along with limited beer sales.
Natural weather phenomenon known as La Nina is making its way to the United States. The impacts of this climate pattern will mean more precipitation in the states, causing possible snowstorms in the north. Hurricanes and wind shear are also to be expected. Meteorologists say that this La Nina may be too weak to cause massive impacts, but to still be on the lookout in the cold months.
And it does seem like a weak La Nina is on the way, but what does that mean here at home in the continental United States? Well, this is our general La Nina pattern across the lower 48. Stormier conditions in the Pacific Northwest, cooler in portions of the northern tier of the country, and warm and dry in the southeast. Now, there is an area that usually sees above average precipitation in western Pennsylvania, as well as many areas of the Great Lakes region, and that's a part of our jet stream pattern that usually dips in the eastern United States, and that brings in some more storminess. And we sure need that storminess. Here is our current drought monitor. This was updated this past Thursday, showing moderate drought in the Ridge and Valley region of Pennsylvania. We have some severe drought in the northern tier of the Commonwealth and even some extreme drought poking in just southwest of Pittsburgh. But since this drought monitor has been released, we have seen plenty of drought relief in the Commonwealth. 2 inches of rain recorded in Harrisburg over the last 7 days, 1.6 inches in Erie, 1.2 in State College, and about a ½ an inch in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. And that is very surprising, seeing that we had a nor'easter this weekend in southeast Pennsylvania. Right now at the Penn State golf courses, overcast skies as you're getting out there for your afternoon tea time. And we have our current temperature, 55 degrees, and a northeasterly wind at 8 miles per hour. I do want to take a look at that nor'easter over the past 24 hours. Brought plenty of heavy rain to southeast Pennsylvania in areas just the northwest of Philadelphia, but we kind of saw a dry slot fit in right there. Many areas of southern New England also saw gusty winds and coastal erosion with this storm as well. And the cloud cover that is associated with this nor'easter will be slowly filtering out throughout the rest of the day, and we'll see some sunshine, especially in western Pennsylvania. Then overnight tonight, we're going to see a cold front move through. That's mostly going to be moisture starved, maybe a spritz in northwestern Pennsylvania as that cold front moves through. But then another beautiful day on tap for our Wednesday. As we get towards this weekend, another dry day on Thursday. Some clouds start to filter in on Friday, and Saturday we could see some rainfall in western Pennsylvania before a big slug of moisture moves in from the west. And this is going to be our prime rainmaker for this weekend. Could see a ½ an inch to an inch across many areas of Pennsylvania. So for today, 66 degrees are high. Those clouds will be filtering out throughout the day. A northerly wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we head into tonight, those clouds will increase with a low of 50 degrees and northwesterly winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And as we head into the day tomorrow, mostly clear skies with a high of 60, right around average for this time of the year, with a northwesterly wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And when it comes down to our 7-day outlook, we could have another frosty start this Friday morning as we see temperatures dip below average. Our average high this time of the year is typically right around 60 degrees, and we're going to be in the mid to upper 50s as we head throughout the end of this week, guys. So a return to the chill.
I'm personally very excited for the cold. I'm sick of the warm, and I'm hoping for a good winter, actual winter this year.
Oh, I'm very glad that fall weather is finally here. So let's go to Patrick Gray with sports.
Coming up in sports, men's hockey splits its home opening series, and Penn State football suffers another loss, this time on home turf, along with another season-ending injury for the Nittany Lions.
Hey there, I'm Lance Bass, and this is Chip. And if you're like me, your pets mean the world to you. And if disaster strikes, saving them is a priority. Learn how to keep your best friends safe at AmericanHumane.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Yeah.
Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
I'm Patrick A. with sports. In less than 3 weeks, the Penn State Nittany Lions have gone from being on top of the football world to a team that has to reinvent itself.
Last Saturday, the Northwestern Wildcats marched into Beaver Stadium and spoiled Penn State's homecoming. With just under 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter during what would have been a drive to put the Nittany Lions in the lead, starting quarterback and NFL draft prospect Drew Aller went down and was seen clutching his ankle. After the game, former coach James Franklin said Aller would not be playing for the rest of the season. Aller was seen leaving the sideline on a cart to the locker room. The details of his condition have not been released to the public.
Drew's one hell of a young man. And he puts up with a lot of crap. And I get it. The NIL era, he's still a kid.
After the second straight loss to an unranked team, the stadium filled with boos and chants to fire the then head coach James Franklin. With 3 conference losses, championship hopes of 2 weeks ago are now out of reach. But defensive tackle Zane Durant says it's now about pride.
I mean, pride been involved since day one. You know what I'm saying? We hold this emblem Penn State logo with a lot of pride, man. I don't wear that just to be cool or whatever the case may be. I do that with a lot of pride.
With Aller out, interim head coach Terry Smith announced Ethan Grunkmeyer will now be the starting quarterback.
You know, he's going to be ready. You know, we're going to rep him all week and drill him all week and put him in class on grass. And, you know, we're very confident we're going to have a game plan for him that fits him.
Grunkmeyer is a redshirt freshman who's only appeared in 4 games for the Nittany Lions. He will now see a much bigger role with the team. Smith says Grunk will be ready for Iowa.
With Grunkmeyer and Smith now at the helm, the Nittany Lions look ahead to their game against the Iowa Hawkeyes this Saturday. And hockey is back in Happy Valley. Penn State hosted Clarkson in their home opener last Thursday. Despite an outstanding performance from J.J. Weebush, Penn State still lost to Clarkson 6-4. Fortunately, Penn State was able to come back and win Game 2 against Clarkson 5-2. Now to high school football. Central Dauphin East entered Friday night in desperate need of a win. After dropping 3 games prior, they would take their hopes to State High to face off against the Little Lions. Reporter Owen Buchholz has more.
It was senior night at Memorial Field in State College, a night to celebrate for the soon-to-be graduating players. It was those same seniors who would make their night extra special for the Little Lions.
Really proud, happy for these guys. You know, we had the opportunity to get a number of kids in the game and have just a great experience, a great memory to walk off a Memorial Field with.
Definitely feels great. I mean, definitely just getting a collective group win with the guys here. It's an amazing feeling.
Senior running back Deontay Sheffy had a special performance in his final game at home, rushing for 180 yards and finding the end zone 4 different times.
Definitely put it as a top 3 performance in my high school career.
It was a night worth celebrating here on senior night, but it wasn't just the seniors making plays. Junior defensive back A.J. Fry came out clutch on defense, forcing 2 interceptions and also forcing a fumble.
Well, our coaches the whole week have been running us through great schemes, and that really set me up well.
The Little Lions were completely dominant on offense, scoring 6 touchdowns on the night, all by graduating seniors. Reporting from Memorial Field, I'm Owen Buchholz from After the Whistle.
You can see highlights and post-game reaction from the top local high school games this Friday on our sports show After the Whistle. That's live at 11:30 p.m. on our YouTube channel, Penn State Student Media. The USCAA Golf National Championships are currently underway at the Penn State Golf Course. The event showcases about 150 players on 20 teams, including 11 Penn State branch campuses. The 2-day championship opened yesterday in rainy conditions and is being continued right now. Both an individual men and women champion will be named, along with an overall men's team champion. Penn State fencing is getting a major upgrade renovations. Renovations to transform their practice room into a venue for home matches are nearing completion. The room now features a detailed Penn State design, including a large Nittany Lion on the wall, new mats, and timers at every strip. The enhancements aim to create a true home meet atmosphere and showcase the program's championship legacy. That's all for sports. Now, Catherine and Ryan, we've been talking a lot about James Franklin and what's happened over the past couple of days, but what are your hopes for the rest of the season?
I have faith in Terry Smith. I think he's got it.
I mean, as long as those guys go out there and try their hardest and give effort, that's fine with me.
Well, thanks, Patrick. Coming up next, how Habitat for Humanity is impacting our community. We'll have more after the break.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly
imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
There's been another deadly shooting at a local elementary school. According to authorities, the suspect acquired the gun from a family member's home before using it to take the lives of innocent children and teachers.
Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
When it comes to disasters and emergencies, it's not a matter of if, but when.
I'm relying on luck, but who knows if it'll be on my side.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Take control at ready.gov/olderadults.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
When you think about building a house, you probably imagine wood, bricks, steel, and man-powered labor. However, a local charity is changing that narrative that hasn't been seen before in PA. 3D printed construction is coming to Harris Township. This project will home a family that was chosen in June. The project has broken ground on property, but construction will not begin for another 2 weeks. That's all for today's newscast. We hope you will join us Friday for our next local news update.
But you can follow us anytime for breaking news on our Center County Report X. And you can see our stories on our Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube, and our website. Have a good weekend. That was a good ending.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and tools they need to succeed in life. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
In Iraq, our truck hit a roadside bomb. I had about 16 surgeries on my hand so that I could regain function. And when I came home, I needed a new roof due to a storm. And I was about to lose homeowners insurance as well. I applied for Operation Homefront Critical Financial Assistance Program. And it's good to know that when we come home, there are people who are there that care about us. Operation Homefront, they've really been a blessing.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of, they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
The new Walk MS experience was so uplifting. All of us are coming together, not only for that walk day, but for every day.
I love the energy at Walk MS. It is community, it is family. I can ride that high for the rest of the year.
A cure is on the line for me.
A cure is on the line for all of us.
After the whistle starts at Veterans Memorial Field, where Tyrone's quarterback Eli Woomer finds his running back Caleb Whitby, who dances past Penn Cambria's defense, where he is ultimately brought down to the ground by Panthers defensive back Blake Lilly. Let's take a look at that play again, but this time in slow motion. Golden Eagle Whitby pulls the pass and makes it look easy on his way down the field, strutting and stepping through Penn Cambria's defense. Hello and welcome to After the Whistle. As the weather outside gets colder, the football season heats up. We'll show you the best games from around District 6 and Center County. I'm Brooke Casey.
And I'm Messiah Mitchell. We'll also take a look at Penn State football as they prepare for Northwestern. After the Whistle starts now. Our game of the week takes us downtown to Memorial Field as the State College Little Lions took on the Center Dauphin East Panthers. Center Dauphin enters tonight's matchup in need of a win after dropping 3 straight games. The Little Lions running out ready to face the Panthers after an early first quarter CD East interception. Deontay Sheffy takes this handoff for a touchdown to make it 7-0 State College. Look at that, Sally. Late in the frame, 1st and goal, CD East quarterback Anthony Chase calls his own number and ties the game at 7. Now, in the second, after Sheffy's second touchdown gave the Little Lions a 14-7 lead, State High would try a surprise onside kick and get it. Later on, it's Sheffy again for his 3rd score of the night, making it 21-7 Little Lions, just absolutely unstoppable. After a late Panther turnover, Connor Kolkel rolls and finds Demir Code to make it 27-7 State High before half. The Little Lions would keep rolling and take this one 39-14. With the win, State College improves to 7-1 and will go on the road to take on Carlisle next week, while Central Dauphin East drops to 2-6 and will host Bishop McDevitt next week. Our Game of the Week reporter Owen Buckles took the walk to State High. And Owen, it seems like the Little Lions had some fun out there.
Absolutely dominant win by the Lions. It was a big win for State College Little Lions, highlighted by amazing performances from multiple seniors.
It was senior night at Memorial Field in State College, a night to celebrate for the soon-to-be graduating players. It was those same seniors who would make their night extra special for the Little Lions.
Really proud, happy for these guys. You know, we had the opportunity to get a number of kids in the game and have just a great experience, a great memory to walk off a Memorial Field with.
Definitely feels great. I mean, definitely just getting a collective group win with the guys here. It's an amazing feeling.
Senior running back Deontay Sheffy had a special performance in his final game at home, rushing for 180 yards and finding the end zone 4 different times.
Definitely put it as a top 3 performance in my high school career.
It was a night worth celebrating here on senior night, but it wasn't just the seniors making plays. Junior defensive back A.J. Fry came off clutch on defense, forcing 2 interceptions and also forcing a fumble.
Well, our coaches the whole week have been running us through great schemes, and that really set me up well.
The Little Lions were completely dominant on offense, scoring 6 touchdowns on the night, all by graduating seniors.
Chevy came into the night averaging over 145 yards per game and upped that total after tonight. The Little Lions hope to take that running game on the road for their final 2 games of the regular season. Back to you guys at the desk.
The Tyrone Golden Eagles travel to Penn Cambria looking to beat the Panthers for the first time since 2020. Handshakes to start the game. Let's get this going. First drive of the game, Eli Wimmer throws a screen pass to Caleb Whitby, who takes the ball and finds some green grass down the sideline. But Blake Lilly will send Whitby flying into the ground like it ain't nobody's business. Now Penn Cambria ball, Brady Jones throws it up, and it is picked off by, you guessed it, Eli Woomer.
What a play, big defensive play there.
On the ensuing drive, Woomer evades the pressure and launches the ball downfield, looking for Mason Amy, but it's broken up by Carter Shaw.
That's what I'm talking about, defense wins championships.
Woomer will scramble to the right, throws it into traffic, and is picked off again, this time by Grant Guides.
A little bit of Drew Aller there.
Polk themes through interceptions, leading into a 7-3 halftime score, but came out on top, winning 27-10. The Golden Eagles fall to 4-4 on the season and will play PO next week. The Panthers improved to 7-1 on the season and will play Greater Johnstown.
It was homecoming night at Mansion Park, and the Altoona Mountain Lions welcomed the Chambersburg Trojans out of District 3. While the Mountain Lions have had a tough battle in the Mid-Penn Commonwealth so far, they've had success against Chambersburg, winning the last 5 matchups. Altoona students were dressed to impress for their meeting with the Trojans.
Look at them, all stylish and spiffy.
Right. After a scoreless first quarter, we start in the second where Altoona's Logan Wukovic made a big defensive move, recording a sack on 4th down. With 1:17 left on the clock, Altoona's Makai Jackson gets pushed to the end zone for a touchdown, putting the Mountain Lions up 7-0. Just a quick and easy score. 17 seconds left in the half, where Altoona's Cody Chathams makes a tough catch and gains more after gaining 26 yards and giving Altoona the opportunity for a last-minute score. Those are the plays that you look at the end of the game. The Mountain Lions with a chance to extend their lead at half, and the kick is blocked. Altoona goes into the half with the lead over the Trojans, a la Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds. However, Chambersburg would storm back in the second half to spoil Altoona's special night, winning 28-10 over the Trojans. Chambersburg improves to 4-4 on the season and will host Cumberland Valley next Friday, while Altoona falls to 2-6 on the year and travels to take on Cedar Cliff next week.
Bald Eagle fell last week to Clearfield in a close one. Now they travel to Westmont Hilltop to play the 0-7 Hilltoppers. Westmont Hilltop will celebrate their homecoming with a packed homecoming court. Plenty of stylish-looking couples. Congratulations to the king and queen.
Who doesn't love a good suit?
Starting the third quarter, Graydon Fisher drops back and chucks one down the field, but it turns out Justin Ray was the only one home, and he will take it the other way.
Big
Look at them
plays.
go.
That's what we love to see.
The Eagles would get the ball back and pitch it to Nick McCulley, and he would cough it up, recovered by the Hilltoppers' Justin Ray yet again. Gonna get used to that name, I guess.
Sounds about right.
Now, Westmont Hilltop will go for the punt, but it'll be blocked by Graydon Fisher, recovered by Gage Catherman, setting up the Eagles rather nicely, if I do say so.
Talking about special teams, special plays, special players.
The Eagles would go on to win 28-zip as the Hilltoppers get shut out for the third time this season. Bald Eagle moves to an even 4-4 and will face the Central Dragons next Friday as Westmont Hilltop falls to 0-8 and will face Chestnut Ridge next week, still in search of that first elusive win.
Coming up, 2 District 6 schools have some important changes coming their way.
But first, here are some scores from around District 6.
Welcome back. A longtime Center County sports reporter died Monday. Ron Bracken was 81 years old. Bracken was born in Port Matilda and graduated from Bald Eagle Area School District before attending Penn State for 2 years. He worked at the Center Daily Times from 1967 to 2008 as a sports reporter, editor, and columnist. And he was a founding member of the Center County Sports Hall of Fame.
Bishop Carroll Catholic High School has voted to dissolve the McCourt Carroll football co-op at the end of the 2025 season. According to the Bishop Carroll Board of Trustees, the decision was made due to the distance from Point Stadium, which has limited student participation in the program. The move comes less than a month after a federal court ruling that allows parochial school athletes to play on public school teams if their own school does not offer the sport. The co-op agreement for wrestling and cheerleading will also dissolve, but the soccer co-op will remain in place for the 2026 season. Tonight, the McCourt Crushers face off against the Phillipsburg Osceola Mountaineers. The Crushers are undefeated entering this matchup, averaging nearly 40 points a game. The Phillipsburg Osceola Mountaineers sailed the seas to Johnstown to face the Bishop McCourt Crushers. After taking a 7-0 lead, the Crushers would continue to put up the points as they score on pass to Nick Dresick.
Let them go.
Phillipsburg Osceola's defense would continue to fail as Bishop McCourt's Josh Spontak would run 69 yards to put them up 21-zip at the end of the first quarter. He's going, he's gone.
Just can't take him down.
In the second quarter, the Crushers would continue to dominate the Mountaineers as wide receiver Brady Page would run down the field, making it 35-0. Going into halftime, owning that field like it ain't nobody's business.
Just absolute mauling.
The Bishop McCourt Crushers would make P.O. walk the plank, shutting them out 42-zip. Bishop McCourt moves to 8-0 and will host Forest Hills next week as P.O. falls to 4-4 and will make the trip to Tyrone.
The Bellefonte Red Raiders are trending hot after a win against P.O. last week. Now they take the trip to Johnstown to face the fierce 6-1 Richland Rams. Richland celebrated Salute to Service night as both cheerleaders and players dressed in patriotic attire. Bellefonte starts us off as Quinn Park takes the quarterback keeper and just bursts through the hole. And there he is, off to the races. He can go all the way. He takes the checkered flag and 6 for the Red Raiders.
He's gone. Look at him celebrate.
Now Richland will answer as Grayson Mala punches it in from 2 yards out to take a 7-6 lead. We got a close one here. Back to the Rams as Richland will give it back to Grayson Mala, and he will launch into the end zone for his second touchdown of the game for a 14-6 lead. Just can't stop the guy in the pocket, out the pocket. The Richland Rams defeated the Bellefonte Red Raiders 33-29. The Richland Rams moved to 7-1 and will head to Bedford in search of a 5-game win streak as Bellefonte moves to 3-5 and will head to Bellwood Andis to get back in the win column.
The Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders traveled to meet the Forest Hill Rangers tonight in Cambria County. BG won their last meeting in 2022, 49-7. Both teams come in 6-1 on a multi-game win streak. First drive for the Marauders, Jake Kissel fires deep to Evan Schimminger. Can't come up with it, but a flag comes in for a defensive PI. Few plays later, Kissel punches it in for a yard out. BG leads 7-0.
Josh Allen.
Following drive for the